Timeless is the creature who is wise, and timeless is the prisoner in disguise. If the sun warms up the rain, and the rain puts out the sun, why does the greatest love become the greatest pain? She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless all your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? I do not walk away in the face of adversity and never have. Time cast a spell on you, but you won't forget me. I know I could have loved you, but you would not let me. I'll follow you down till the sound of my voice will haunt you. You'll never get away from the sound of the woman that loves you. And I knew then, as I know now, that I still have so much to do. When you grow up as a girl, the world tells you the things that you are supposed to be: emotional, loving, beautiful, wanted. And then when you are those things, the world tells you they are inferior, illogical, weak, vain, empty. If I had my life to live over, I would never dream. Love is a word that some entertain. If you find it, you have won the game. When you're hurt or angry, let go by tapping into your humbleness. You want people to remember you for your grace. Being able to take care of myself is something that my mom really instilled in me. I'm going to spend my life writing poems, turning them into music that will affect people and touch their hearts. I'm going to write the songs that people can't write for themselves. I totally believe in magic because my life, I think, has been very magic, and magical things have come true for me time after time after time. Klonopin, more deadly than coke. In comparison to the 8 years I spent on Klonopin, the cocaine and brandy wins, hands down. If you are ever in a drugstore and they put you on Klonopin, run out of there screaming. Love is only one fine star away, even though the living is sometimes laced with lies. If you can find a passion at a young age, somewhere between 15 and 30, if you can find that passion, I can pretty much guarantee you that you can be 65 and still love that passion and still have a reason to dance out of bed and down the hall every morning. I believe that there is a certain amount of mysticism that all women should have, that you should never tell all your secrets, that you should never tell everybody all about you. I'm timeless, I got that. Dickensian, London, street urchin lookin', high school. I'll never be in style, but I'll always be different. You don't need help to write a song. You just need to get over this experience that bummed you out so bad. The relationship you were in is over. It was over a long time ago, and you need to move on. Singing is the love of my life, but I was ready to give it all up because I couldn't handle people talking about how fat I was. And the moon never beams without bringing me dreams, and the sun never shines but I see the bright eyes. I lie down by the side of my darling. My life, my life. Most women would not be happy being me. People say, but you're alone. But I don't feel alone. I feel very unalone. I've laid down with love and woke up with lies. What's it all worth? Only the heart can measure. I'm obsessed with lighting. I'm constantly shopping for different light bulbs. I love rainbow light bulbs. And also, one should not live without dimmers. Life is all about lighting. I made a conscious decision that I was not going to have children. I didn't want others raising them, and looking after them myself would get in the way of being a musician and writer. If you have stage fright, it never goes away. But then I wonder, is the key to that magical performance because of the fear? I saw her do different drum and thought, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't look that good in cutoffs, but that's what I'm gonna do. I sketch the faces upside down because it's like drawing from the left side of the brain or the right side of the brain. I never took an art lesson in my life. Men are going to go out on the road and they're going to find other women. So if you really want to save yourself a whole lot of heartache, do not fall in love with somebody in a band. Just don't. I want to be age appropriate. I don't want to be that girl you see walking away and she looks 25 and then she turns around and she looks 90. Rock and menopause do not mix. It is not good. It sucks, and every day I fight it to the death, or at the very least, not let it take me over. My generation fought very hard for feminism, and we fought very hard to not be labeled as you had to have a husband, or you had to be in a relationship, or you were somehow not a cool chick. If you're an unattractive girl who's trying to be beautiful with Botox, forget it. If you are a beautiful girl who's trying to be beautiful with Botox, you will look like you're angry all the time. The people that can't sing anymore, that had great voices, are the people that went away for 5 years and then just decided to come back. And you just can't make a comeback. Comebacks are no good. You have to just keep singing or keep dancing. The truly incredible thing is, we're realizing that you can perform a 2.5-hour gig without being high and still have a fantastic time. I was not going to be a stupid girl singer. I was going to be way more than that. We don't need to have somebody that's gonna make sure they pay for our market bills. It's like we have only one reason to love, and that is for the real idea of love. Even in my really bad, drugged out days, I didn't go away. I still toured, still did interviews. I never gave up the fight. That's why I'm who I am today, because I didn't leave, and I think I made the right choice. There is a part of me that has to depend on fantasy, because if you can't be somewhat of a fantasy person, then you can't write. If you want to find somebody, and you want to be married, and you want to have children, don't make it a rock star. It's really hard when you break up with somebody, or somebody breaks up with you, and you're in this band. Guess who you have to see in the next day in the hotel, in the breakfast room? That person. I preferred not to be laden down with a big instrument. If you're behind a guitar, you get used to being behind a guitar, and you don't really perform because you can't. I wanted to be able to just hold on to the mic and sing. If you see somebody running down the street naked every single day, you stop looking up. Your graciousness is what carries you. It isn't how old you are, how young you are, how beautiful you are, or how short your skirt is. What it is what comes out of your heart. If you are gracious, you have won the game. Stephanie Lynn Nicks Stevie, born May 26, 1948, at Good Samaritan Hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, to Jess and Barbara Nicks. Nicks is of German, English, Welsh, and Irish ancestry. Stevie is an American singer, songwriter, and producer known for her work with the band Fleetwood Mac and as a solo artist. After starting her career as a duo with her then boyfriend Lindsey Buckingham, releasing the album Buckingham Nicks to little success, Nicks joined Fleetwood Mac in 1975, helping the band to become one of the best-selling music acts of all time with over 120 million records sold worldwide. Rumors, the band's second album with Nicks, became one of the best-selling albums worldwide, being certified 20 platinum in the US. In 1981, while remaining a member of Fleetwood Mac, Nicks began her solo career, releasing the studio album Belladonna, which topped the Billboard 200 and has reached multi-platinum status. She has released 8 studio solo albums and 7 studio albums with Fleetwood Mac, selling a certified total of 65 million copies in the US alone. After the release of her first solo album, Rolling Stone named her the reigning queen of rock and roll. Nicks was named one of the 100 greatest songwriters of all time and one of the 100 greatest singers of all time by Rolling Stone. Her Fleetwood Mac songs, Landslide, Rhiannon, and Dreams, with the last being the band's only #1 hit in the US, together with her solo hit, Edge of 17, have all been included in Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. She is the first woman to have been inducted twice into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, first as a member of Fleetwood Mac in 1998 and then as a solo artist in 2019. Nicks has garnered 8 Grammy Award nominations and 2 American Music Award nominations as a solo artist. She has won numerous awards with Fleetwood Mac, including a Grammy Award for Album of the Year in 1978 for Rumors. The albums Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, and Belladonna have been included in the Greatest of All Time Billboard 200 Albums chart by Billboard. Rumors was also rated the 7th greatest album of all time in Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time, as well as the 4th greatest album by female acts.